Hey guys, how's it going? Been a while since I've done one of these, but I have Ian with me as we're going to go
Hello.
over the DC November solicitations.
That's right.
Yep, yep, and well, hold on, I didn't have it presented. Whoops. There we go. And yay!
It
You know,
is
you know
an
what the
event.
one? Like another event already.
It's the fourth event in 2023.
Now, to be fair, I don't think it counts if you're wrapping up an event. That should not count.
We had Lazarus Planet, um, Night Terrors, Gotham War,
Okay,
and
that's four. You're right. That is four.
Beast World. That's a lot of events. Like I'm not counting Dark Crisis.
To be fair, I think some of these have been more and more like which was it? Some of the smaller events from last year.
Family
Earth,
events.
yeah, like War on Earth 3.
Right.
Let's
I
be
don't know.
honest.
War on Earth 3 was how many titles? Three titles?
True, but it was all in 1 month. It was all in 1 month.
Yeah. And Gotham War is technically just 2 titles plus 1 miniseries.
Yep, and a couple of one shots.
But I don't know. Even if we don't count Gotham War, which I feel like they're promoting Gotham War pretty heavily, so I think it still counts.
Oh, because it's gonna have ramifications.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna reset the bat line.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Again.
Well, I mean, the bat line has been struggling, in my opinion, to hold together continuity wise.
Especially after they originally had to be, the Zdarsky's opening arc was pre-Dark Crisis, and later it was made clear it was after Dark Crisis.
Shadow War for Tehillim is from 2020.
Wait. We had Joker War, we had Fear State, we had Shadow War, and now we're having Gotham War. I would move out of Gotham by this point.
That's always going to be a problem.
But wouldn't you though? But this is way too short a time span. Last time we had to get this bad, it led to No Man's Land.
I mean, that's the problem. Is No Man's Land should be kind of like unique in how big it is, but it feels like.
Well, I'm talking about how No Man's Land, it was accumulation of it. Wasn't just the earthquake. It was the other stuff like the
Contagion, and even it stretches a little bit back to Nightfall. Like it was clearly tying up a ton of threads thing.
Exactly. But yeah, Shadow War was last year anyway. Tell him. But yeah, so here's the first one with Beast World.
Beast World.
But yeah, to be fair, technically this would be the first time the Titans have led a crossover. When you think about it, anytime that you've had a big thing going on with the Titans, it was always regulated to their own book, never a crossover. Hello?
Do you think that...
Yep.
Do you think that this event... I don't know. I'm not the target audience for this event. So I have a bad time judging these things. But do you think that this event will be... How will it compare to the other 4 events? I mean, I think that both of us... Well, okay, maybe I'm wrong. I think both of us would say Lazarus Planet was a complete failure and flop.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been very impressed.
Night Terrors was take 2.
Well, Night Terror... To some extent, Lazarus Planet was setting up Night Terrors. But Night Terrors, I think...
I'm saying because it feels like Lazarus Planet was tacked on way at the last second. The fact that it was taken over in the right in between issues of Batman versus Robin speaks volumes. That this was not the intent. Because who does that?
That was very weird. I still don't understand it.
Exactly. That's why I look at that one. Whereas Night Terrors, what I like about Night Terrors is the people involved with the mainline books were given options to utilize it. And they didn't. They had fill-ins. Did you notice that, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, and then but here it's like basically Titans, which apparently also John Kent's gonna tie into. And oh boy, what did you say about the last issue of the John Kent book? Did you read it?
No? Was it good?
It was a thud.
Oh. I mean, it makes sense for him to be in the Titans, doesn't it?
No, I get it. I'm saying no, but I'm saying the John Kent book was a thud. It started out strongly, but then it ended by there's so much unresolved stuff that they didn't wrap up.
Really?
Oh yeah, we don't know what happened to Calvin Ellis and Val Zod and Earth 2's Wonder Woman, Red Tornado. We didn't see them resolve and rescue Batman and Harley, who were right about to be executed.
Yeah, I don't know. I
think Taylor needed more issues. I bet you was expecting to get expanded to more issues.
Well, that was silly of him.
I'm guessing.
I mean, I don't know.
But yeah, so apparently, like you said, he's going to deal with Starro, which Starro makes sense for Beast really, because he's a starfish.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's like illogical. It's just I'm very event fatigued out. I don't really dig the Titans, and I don't like Tom Taylor. So that's like, right. What is drawing me to this?
That's right. They're basically, I just noticed now, they're basically utilizing Lazarus Planet as the template.
That's a that's a really bad idea.
Because guys, look, we got another anthology.
Although to be fair, at least there's a miniseries this time. Lazarus Planet didn't even have a miniseries.
True. Oh, we got Marv Wolfman. These are. Oh, wait. This is just a one-shot collecting.
That's like Penguin number 0 or.
I'm not going to get that one. I'm not going to get that one unless it has a new story in there.
Exactly. Like it's something.
Leia Williams is doing something in it, so that must mean there's some new story in there.
No, that's the Action Comics backups.
Right. Then I'm probably not going to get that one. Mm-hmm. Oh, but again, I'm going to.
Where to go?
Yep, right here. So Jason Aaron is coming to DC after only doing one issue like many years ago.
So is he going to get Justice League?
Wait. I thought he was leaving. He said he was done doing mainstream comics after his stuff on with the Avengers was done.
Maybe he looked at his bank account and said, "I've got a mortgage to pay."
Maybe. Well, again, this is not really canon.
No, it's not. But do you think he's going to get Justice League when they relaunch it?
Maybe not. Who knows? Again, this could just be him just doing something special for this, but he's not going to do the full, come in and maybe do it full time. We don't know yet. Let's not jump to any conclusions.
Well, the conclusion I want to jump to is they're doing an awful lot of alternate universe Batman stories.
What else is new? Oh!
I feel like they pulled back for like 6 months, and now they're doing it again.
Yeah, now I am excited for this.
I'm very excited for Superman. I'm
and curious Batman.
Why do you think they changed the artist for Superman but kept the same artist for Batman?
I don't know. That is the weirdest thing. Why did they?
I like the new artist because he does a really good job of capturing the faces, but I like the old artist too.
Yeah, but I'm curious on what the story's going to be here.
Well, it's going to be very Cold War.
Oh, Metallo!
Iron Fist of Metallo.
Yeah, but again, but the Batman one, I'm also curious because we all went over there. You were there for that one, remember?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
What did you think?
I mean,
thinking back on it.
It's weird for me because I've never been a huge Tim Burton Batman fan.
Yeah.
And so, although to be fair, I'm not a huge Christopher Reeve Superman fan either. I don't know. I thought it was actually really interesting, but I feel like it didn't. I feel like it didn't quite get there emotionally in the end. Like all the ingredients were there, but it didn't quite cohere.
And the very last issue felt way too like what?
It also does not help that the delays were horrific on that book.
Oh yeah, definitely. But then we're gonna have Scarecrow, which I'm interested in,
and Harley Quinn, I think.
So in other words, he's going to be taking what was originally planned by Schumacher.
Why not? Seems sensible to me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's kind of the fun thing about these comics is you can do those kinds of resurrect the ideas with an unlimited budget, you know?
But Sam Hamm wasn't involved with that.
No, but like, why not?
True, and it'd be a good tribute to him, to Schumacher.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I am so excited for this.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Are they doing another like sound effect cover for the second issue?
I don't know, but I would say this. Why am I excited for this one? It's because, one, so Godzilla dealt with both the Avengers and now the Justice League.
Oh, when did he do the Avengers?
Way back when Marvel had the license.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he actually fought the Avengers and the Fantastic Four.
Why do you think they are doing this now? Are they doing a movie coming up soon?
Yeah, we got the Godzilla X Kong, the New Empire.
Oh, okay. When's that going to come out?
I think next year. Let me check. Hold on. I do know we have the new Japanese movie coming out soon.
I seriously doubt that's involved in what DC
next year. Oh yeah, okay. It'll be out in March, which is
okay.
So this will be done by then.
Right, so you can sell the trade for that.
Yeah,
if DC is smart.
But this looks good. This does look good, doesn't it?
I mean, it's got great art. I just it's not my universe.
Okay, interesting. We're having a Batman, Santa Claus, Silent Night. Okay.
So Jeff Parker is a great writer, so I'm sure this is going to be fun, but it is wacky.
It is wacky. This isn't Batman 66, which you would have seen because he worked on Batman 66.
Yeah, but Parker's really good. Like I'll give it a try for Parker.
Mm-hmm. Although, you know what the one Parker story I can never forgive him for is?
What?
It was a backup during the DC Hanna-Barbera ones with the ghost guy, that ghost character, who came all the way back from the Revolutionary War. Because the whole thing was a big, huge about gun control, saying, "Oh, I was there when the Founding Fathers wrote it. They just meant to use muskets, nothing more, only muskets. No one else can have any other gun but muskets."
Well, that's disappointing. I will try not to read that.
Yeah, the main story was good, but that backup story was like, really?
I mostly just love his Suicide Squad Hell to Pay comic and Aquaman and some.
I love so much of his other work. His Hulk stuff was great too.
He's sort of like the modern day Shawley Fish, even though Shawley Fish is still writing. He's like a younger Shawley Fish.
Wait, how long has Shawley Fish been around? I saw Shawley Fish after I saw Jeff Parker.
I mean, Shawley Fish was working for DC in the late 80s, I think.
Really?
Maybe it was early 90s. But, I mean, the thing is, he had gotten his PhD in child education or psychology by the time he started working for DC. So he was a bit older, sort of like Chuck Dixon.
All right. Now, what do you think about this Detective Comics stuff? Oh, maybe I like Blue Beetle.
So I think... Oh, nice.
Do you think he's going to be wrapping up his run or what?
Well, this is an interlude, and I'm not sure why he needs an interlude. Why is Detective Comics going twice a month?
I don't know, for this whole 5-part bi-weekly.
But why? Last time we did 2 times a month, it was Flash, and they were trying to get rid of Jeremy Adams so they could get it done.
Before that, you had Harley Quinn, because it was her anniversary.
Harley Quinn was... Oh, no, that was a weekly comic for just 1 month.
That was because of her anniversary still.
Right. I don't know. I like double shipping, but I feel like it's kind of...
I don't know.
I want them to drop the price if they're going to double ship. And to be fair, they didn't drop the price for Shadows of the Bat, and I didn't complain about that.
Oh, duh! We also did the you had the Tower.
Yeah, Shadows of the Bat.
Yeah, and tell him Mariko Tamaki is not the horrible writer everyone makes her out to be. If you ignore
2 Mariko Tamakis, there is I Am Not Starfire Mariko Tamaki and there's Detective Comics and Wonder Woman Tamaki.
Oh, and Wonder Woman Broken Glass, and Harley Quinn Broken Glass, Shattered Glass will fall under the former.
And Supergirl being super is good Tamaki as well.
Yeah.
So there's good Tamaki and bad Tamaki. Sort of like good Tom King and bad Tom King.
No, Tamaki, it's mostly good. It's just when she's bad.
Not at Marvel is what I hear.
Oh, no. At DC, though, she's mostly good. But when she's bad, it's bad.
Yeah. But I don't know. This Detective Comics, I'm puzzled. I don't really understand what this arc is supposed to be. It doesn't feel like it's building out of what he's been doing.
It's really tying out of Gotham War. Okay, so apparently now Zur-En-Arr is coming back again.
So it's going to be Joker versus Zur-En-Arr.
Well, that's the 140.
No, these two are both part of the Joker arc called Mind Bomb.
Ah.
I'm curious what Zdarsky's going to do with Joker. I don't know.
Now, Outsiders, I'm looking forward to because it's pretty much playing off a Planetary.
Yes. And also, it has Kate Kane and Luke Fox, both of whom I love. So, now, Planetary plus Kate Kane plus Luke Fox.
Did they just gender bend Drummer?
My guess is it's probably like his daughter or something.
Or sister.
Or, yeah.
More like his sister. You saw how young he was in Planetary.
Well, and there's also a chance that it could be an alternate universe because, Planetary was all about the alternate universes. But
Very
look at that art.
I know.
At that. That's amazing.
I know.
I like Jackson Lansing and Colin Kelly. Now, here's a question for you. I would say this is a Bat book. Would you? Because it's got 2 of 3 Bat characters.
Yeah. True. It probably is.
Now, it is a miniseries, and I wish they would be clearer about this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the fact that they're sort of stealth advertising miniseries and not telling us this is 12 issues.
Right. Okay, but what do you think about this being Lansing and Kelly have really exploded the past few years. Have you noticed that?
I feel like they're about where Tim Seeley was before he got Grayson.
But if you notice, they're doing stuff for Marvel, DC, and IDW. And they've gotten some pretty big stuff. Their Captain America one, the Batman Beyond stuff, and at IDW, Star Trek. And Star Trek got nominated for an Eisner.
I think the problem with Lansing and Kelly is they keep getting shuffled to either side titles or alternate universe titles. So they do good work, but it's very difficult for them to build.
Captain America's the only one. Captain America's the only main title they got.
Right. So, like, they did the great Aquaman Flash Void song, which was actually really good, a very good miniseries. That's out of continuity, so they can't reference that. They did One Bad Day Clayface, also really good, out of continuity. They can't reference that.
And yet, when if you look at what's been going on in Hawk Girl, you can have the writers there reference her own young adult graphic novel.
Well, I mean, I would say that's more like what they did in Titans Academy, where Tim Sheridan put Primer and Whistle.
It's their own character, though.
Whistle and Primer weren't.
No. I'm talking about Galaxy.
Oh, well, okay. So, cards at the table. I think what Jadzia Axelrod is doing on Hawk Girl is.
I don't like it.
I think it's disrespectful to the fact that it's called Hawk Girl. I don't think that's.
No, it feels like. Here's the one thing. Say what you will, what they're going to do. They're never going to make Hawk Girl full-on lesbian or anything, or fake bisexual. They're not going to do that because she's too tied with her backstory to Hawkman.
Well, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about the fact that it feels to me like the story is really about all these other characters.
No, but you know what I'm saying, though, right?
Yeah. I'm just talking about, I feel like it's the same thing I have a problem with what Teeny and Blake Howard did with Punchline in the Gotham game. That was a Royal Flush miniseries. That was not a Punchline miniseries.
True. Oh. I think the guy doing, what's his name, doing the Punchline Night Terror? Cannon something or whatever.
Isn't that Danny Lore?
Oh, Danny Lore. Danny Lore. Did a great job on that one.
Oh, really? I haven't checked that one out.
I know Tristan loved it.
Yeah, but she likes Teeny Howard Catwoman, so she's like 50-50.
But she hates her Harley.
Yeah, so she's like 50-50.
But let's be honest, that Harley one has gone so off the rails. And again, the fact they ruined Kevin. Why?
Oh, that's really disappointing. Kevin was such a great character.
Yeah, basically Kevin sold her out.
Oh, come on.
Why? Well, because she was taking a prank war with Two-Face too far, but that's the last we ever saw of him.
So we have Nightwing doing pirate stuff, which
I think that's a good idea.
I think it's a fun idea. What do you think about the fact that they're adding backups to it?
Needed to, probably.
Why?
Probably because Tom Taylor's already getting stretched out.
But, I mean, that doesn't have anything to do with... I mean, he's still writing the same main story.
Yeah, but he's not writing the backup. Michael Conrad is.
Right. But, like...
No, probably because they don't want to reduce the price point down, and he's not having a chance. And they're not anybody's not having time to do a backup. That's what I'm thinking.
Do you think Conrad's a good choice for a Nightwing backup?
Possibly.
Catwoman is doing 9.
So basically, okay. What do you think is going to be the end game between Batman and Catwoman after the end of Gotham War? And I gotta say, the plan. I think this was Teeny's idea. The whole Gotham War thing. I think that sounds like this was Teeny's idea because it's so stupid.
Yes.
Batman sleeps for 8 weeks and Catwoman takes over and he's all like, we can't have this. Ugh.
I mean, the thing is, I don't buy that it would work for 8 weeks. I think it would fall apart in 2.
Mm-hmm.
But then...
Granted, we don't know how long it took during that 8 weeks for her to build it up.
I mean, she was basically building it up at the end of the last issue of Catwoman.
True. Okay, how much longer do you think Ivy's going to last? I think so. They keep doing variant covers indefinitely.
Well, here's the thing. I used to think that Poison Ivy was afloat only because of the variant covers, but then I looked at League of Comic Geeks. So I think Catwoman is afloat because of variant covers, because very few people are actually saying they've read the book. Poison Ivy has a ton of people who are actually reading the book. Now, I don't read the book. I don't like the book or what I know of the book, but it has an audience, unlike Catwoman.
All right, fair enough.
I wouldn't say that because
I think it's G. Willow Wilson. I think
Wilson has a fan base, and I think they're following her. I think that's fair.
Yep.
Oh well, and Takara, Marcio Takara is a great artist.
Oh yeah, definitely. No, Kelly Thompson. I'm actually glad she's coming to Marvel because again, look at the average we've had of people coming from Marvel and then coming to DC. Like I keep saying, DC brings the best out of some of even the worst Marvel writers, except for, of course, with Robin.
Oh, Fitzmartin didn't do anything in Marvel though.
Oh, then never mind them, but still though.
So, here's the thing about Kelly Thompson. I have always actually thought that Kelly Thompson's a really good writer.
Look at her Captain Marvel, reason Captain Marvel. The fact she brought back Jen as Val.
I think Kelly Thompson is probably a really bad person, though.
Oh, really?
And that makes me worried because the culture...
What has she done badly?
So what she does is she forms relationships with editors and finds out what other writers are doing and then either undercuts their pitch or spreads gossip about writers so that editors have to drop them. And so she can
didn't she do that with Brian Wood?
Brian Wood, who's Rick Remender, a couple other people.
All right, now here's the thing though. Do you think the same thing's going to happen with at DC, or do you think there might be a bit different over there that won't work?
I think DC is a house of cards, and someone with that kind of social engineering could very easily get some of their top writers in trouble.
True, but
I think Tom King needs to be really careful.
But here's the thing though. Yes, you could buddy it up. But I do think DC's also realizing they have too much of a strong grasp on, the sales with them. Like Taylor and King and all that stuff, they bring in the money. I don't think they can afford to get rid of them. And unless Thompson can make up some bullshit that says like, oh, he assaulted me, I don't think they're going to drop him. I think DC knows that their top writers are keeping them afloat.
Yes.
Marvel, on the other hand, Marvel's a revolving door. They don't care who they get rid of.
Marvel prefers not to have top writers.
Exactly, because that is cheaper.
Right. Their strategy is flood the shelves with tons and tons of number one.
Because they already know we're going to win anyway. Correct. We're going to be number one anyway. No matter what, it could be the shittiest book ever. It's still going to be in the top 50.
It's very depressing.
Again, it's because of the Marvel zombies. It's because of the Marvel zombies.
I wish DC would follow Perch's advice and just start lying and saying they're number one.
Yeah, but like I said, though, but again, I don't think it'll work. I think she might try it. I don't think it'll work at DC. I think DC's too much relying on their big name writers. She might get some of them. I think that she might get some of them out of spite. Like, I could see her going after Jeremy Adams just out of spite, but you know what I mean, right?
I hope not. Jeremy Adams is a great dude. Like, yeah, I think he's actually a really good person.
Oh, he is. I agree. I'm just saying, if she wants to go after anyone. But at the same time, no, I don't think she will. Because again, I think DC knows we're teetering as it is.
Yeah, I hope so.
But anyway,
I'm still just kind of like this Birds of Prey. Adding Harley Quinn still just makes me so irritated. It could have been almost anyone else, and I would have been much.
Like I say, Zealot, I'm happy about.
I'm open to learning about Zealot, and I think that Barda, Cass, and Dinah are good choices. I just am like, Harley Quinn trashed that franchise 3 years ago, and I am done with it.
Okay, ignoring this one. I'm sorry. I'm always ignoring Teenie Howard stuff. I'm sorry.
Wait. I want to talk about Penguin.
Oh, we're getting there. Right here.
So, do you think we're going to get Good King or Bad King here?
I think we're going to get Good King.
I think so, too, because I really liked Killing Time, and this is very clearly a sequel to Killing Time.
Mm-hmm. But
and I really like Rafael de la Torre. He did a great run of Iron Man.
Like I say this, I think King is doing a magnificent job playing up. I don't think this was set up. I don't think they set things up with Zdarsky. I think Zdarsky had that. He just planned on leaving it hanging, and then King came in.
I'm trying to remember what he said about that.
Oh.
I feel like DC approached King with a Penguin book idea, and he decided to do it and connected it to Killing Time.
All right. Because obviously Zdarsky left the dangling.
Right. And I wonder if that's why Zdarsky had to do his alternate universe thing.
Why?
Well, maybe he originally was going to do the Penguin thing.
Yeah. This thing sounds like it makes sense for this world, for what Zdarsky's doing, because one, he was building up the 900. You know what I mean? Unless you're going to have a big Penguin story be the 900th issue.
Penguin's a great villain. What are you talking about? All right, Batman and Robin.
Yep. Oh, White Rabbit. The fact someone's using White Rabbit, it hasn't been used in ages.
You saw that art germ cover for issue 1, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the spiciest cover he's done since Action Comics Swimsuit Edition last year.
Yeah. What do you think about with White Rabbit coming back?
I think it's exciting. I loved his Robin series.
Actually, I did right. She was never really written properly since that first arc of the Dark Knight. She made visual appearances, but she was never written again until now.
Correct. I just hope that Williamson has a tight grasp on the emotions and the plotting, because I really didn't like his Batman or his Shadow War series, but I really liked his Robin series. Right.
Because I think those series prove he does have a handle on the characters at least.
Yeah, agreed. Now I'm more than a little irritated about the fact that like every book Williamson's doing is $5 and it doesn't have a backup and it's not 30 pages. That really annoys me.
So Brave and the Bold, I guess this has been better than
Urban Legends.
Yeah.
But that's only because it doesn't have a Tim Drake story in it.
True, but let's be honest. Urban Legends lost it when they had that. They started a whole bunch of crappy story arcs all at once.
I still think that they have massively miscalculated on this thing. They should not. So basically, Urban Legends is 2 full-size issues and 2 short stories.
Yeah.
I think it should be 3 short stories, and it should be $5 at most.
Right.
Instead,
I can't wait for this.
$8 for 4 stories, and I'm just tired when I read that book. It's too long.
I gotta say, I can't wait for this. I cannot wait for this because it's dealing with Kingdom Come again.
Who's on art? Oh,
Dan Moore again.
How is he doing that?
Like I said, he's this generation's Mark Bagley when even Mark Bagley hasn't been Mark Bagley in years.
That's insane.
You do know that, right? Even as far back as Trinity, when he did that stuff for DC, even he then said, I'm not as speedy as I once was. So even Mark Bagley hasn't been Mark Bagley in a long time.
I've met both of them, and they're both very nice.
Yep. Okay, and there's Neo Gothic. I'm just getting this because I'm continuing on from where they did before.
They've revealed that this is a miniseries.
Obviously.
But they didn't say that at the beginning, which I really did.
I thought they did.
They didn't. I was looking because I was like, this sounds like another miniseries, but they're not saying it's one of 6.
I figured it was.
But I really liked that first Neo year. I thought that was really good.
And basically, it finally made Terry be much more different than just tied to Batman.
Right.
They're tied to Bruce because they had to kill Bruce off. Which again, the fact is though this is still canon with Dan Jurgensen, which means Bruce died a second time.
Yay!
You do know that, right?
I can't remember if I read all of Dan Jurgensen.
So what do you think about Mike Deodato doing more stuff at DC lately?
So this is weird to me. Do you think that Mike Deodato is a bigger cover artist than Gabrielle Delato or Rose Besh? Because those are the other 2 who are doing
not sure
artist series.
I'm not sure on that one.
Now, what do you think about those action figure variants compared to the Marvel ones? They're definitely more interesting than the Marvel ones, but
they're definitely much more varied. They're definitely much more varied.
Right. It's not like a fake package for an action figure. But I don't know. They're still kind of weird.
Although this one here looks so much like just a kid, emulating the toy.
It feels a little too much like the Robot Chicken stuff. So I'm a little like, I don't know.
Okay, so we got another writer from Rick and Morty coming over to DC. What do you think about that? Yeah, Jarrett Williams is another Rick and Morty writer.
I thought that they all went to the MCU and then got in trouble.
I don't know, but yeah, apparently. Oh, sorry, no, this is Super Pro KO. Yeah, and Rick and Morty, Worlds Apart.
Okay. But
and also did Lunar Boy.
So do you think that this is a miniseries or an ongoing?
Miniseries.
Yeah, okay. I think this
is a good teaming because these 2 are very seen.
Yeah. No, I like the character choices. I kind of hope that Ira and Jay show up a bit.
I do too. I am still not sure about Cy Spurrier doing this stuff.
It looks really cool.
It's Mike Deodato, of course, but again, I'm not sure. It's just
I didn't hate the story in Flash 800, but I didn't love it either.
Especially with what the stuff was not Iris, Linda being all like she sided this. I'm like, no. The fact that Wally was so willing to still go save the day and not take time out. No, he would take time out for Linda.
Yeah.
He wouldn't try and sneak between blinks. He would never do that.
Yeah, that's kind of like, I understand what he was going for, but it didn't quite work for me.
Yeah, now like I say, Josie Campbell, I liked her on the new Shazam.
Okay, do you think Amazon's Attack is a miniseries or an ongoing?
Yeah, I think they said it was a miniseries.
Yeah, it feels like it, but it also feels like it's definitely tying into what Tom King's doing, which I think is nice. I just worry that, I don't know. I like that they're giving Flash and Wonder Woman second books, and I like that they're actually in continuity instead of these weird anthologies that they keep trying to do.
Technically, Flash has 3 books.
True, but you know which Flash book I'm buying.
This one?
Oh, yes.
Well, Jeremy, but Jeff Johns is continuing on. Now we have Ruby, the daughter of the Red Lantern. And then, but yeah, what? No. There's gonna be a Golden Age Red Lantern.
Okay.
That was one of the characters he introduced during his new Golden Age.
I'm waiting on the train for that.
All right, but still though, I cannot wait for this one because
and also I'm excited about Sandman.
Oh yeah, Sandman, and I gotta say, the Allen's got one. This whole thing, he's been framed for a murder and everything. I'm like, okay, so he's not gonna emphasize about him being gay.
I think it has potential to be fun, and the art.
But again, it's Tim Sheridan.
Yeah, sure. But the thing is, I actually like Sheridan's Shazam series. I hated his Teen Titans Academy, but I thought his Shazam was pretty good.
And the Shazam story in Teen Titans Academy.
Yeah. So, like, he has potential to be good.
Oh, Robert Venditti!
Yep, that's why I'm excited. Now, here's a question. Do you think that Night Terrors using Sandman will make this exciting enough that it'll kind of pop on the shelves?
I think so.
I hope so.
Well, Tavia. Okay, Tavia.
What? I missed something.
The Shazam story sucked?
I thought it was okay. I enjoyed it.
I thought it was good. But yeah, okay. I am loving this stuff with Superman, with Josh Williamson Superman.
Josh Williamson Superman is phenomenal. I am really blown away at how enjoyable it is.
So apparently Lex's mother is back?
That's wacky. I don't know. I'm excited about that.
Superman lost. I've been still liking it, but it still bothers me some of the decisions that Priest is doing.
I mean, so much of Priest is getting you really like tense and then having a nice, like a solid ending. But like it's really tense for a lot of the middle.
How was his Black Adam ending?
I liked it, but
it was a rough ending compared to some of his other endings.
I think the problem is that he really wanted to do another at least 6 issues.
Yeah. Okay, Action Comics. Can't wait for this one.
What's going on in Action? I'm kind of checked out after.
Okay. They just dealt with
Blue Sky.
No, Metallo first.
Oh right, yeah. I've been reading
and Cyborg Superman.
I've been reading the current. I just haven't been paying attention.
I don't know. But I gotta say so. Dan Parrott, the guy who created Kevin Keeler and Archie, doing John Kent, perfect. Because if you wanted something, Kevin was one of the best gay characters written, especially by Dan Parrott, because he doesn't write him as gay. He happens to be gay, but he has his more personality to him than that.
Well, that's a good thing. I mean, that's part of the problem with Taylor is kind of like the gayness is the gayness,
but it's not. But it's not as bad as Megan Fitzmartin.
Well, yes.
Megan Fitzmartin is more because the other thing was Tom writing John. You still believe John being bi. There's a little hint that you still see him liking girls.
Sure. Okay.
Except for the artwork. The artwork says otherwise. But the writing
getting Travis Borders right.
But the writing and shows that he could still like girls. Whereas, let's be honest, Megan Fitzmartin. Oh no, he's full on gay. We're just saying bi. But it's basically almost like. I wouldn't be surprised if Megan Fitzmartin wanted to have it be Tim Mimmitz. I never loved Steph. I never liked her. I wouldn't be surprised if she wanted to do that. But the editorial told her, "Are you suicidal?" But that's what it felt like. That's what it felt like. It felt like she.
My personal read on Fitzmartin is that she's a very bad writer, but she doesn't necessarily have bad intentions.
So you don't think she would have gone that far? Because look at how she wrote.
I just think she's super incompetent.
Look at how she wrote how Tim was basically ready to throw Steph under the bus.
Yeah, I mean, but he did pull her out of the pit in that terrible Pride special.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, he threw her under the bus when talking to Connor.
Yes. Well, that's where I'm like, I see what you're trying to do, but you're really bad at it.
And again, the way it all wrote out. I mean, come on, the whole, I need, it's salt. Okay, why not use saliva? No, I'm the vomit on it. What?
That's just gross.
Okay, and Power Girl. I'm sorry. Again, you know what my theory is? You want to know my theory is why they got rid of Karen? Because Karen's so much a negative connotation with the name.
Sure.
Well, but I will say this, though. When you really think about it, Karen has just been a name she's been associated with, but she rarely ever used it. And Karen's not even her real name anyway.
Right.
It's always been Kara Zor-El. So I think it's a case where I think Leah Williams feels like, let's give her a proper definition, name. Let's start from scratch.
I'm still irritated that this is the book that got an honor.
Well, okay, tell him I will disagree with that. No, John has not been written as full-blown gay.
I haven't read it, so I can't comment.
I can tell you that. He has not been written as full-blown gay. Tim has, but not John.
I have no idea what's happening right now.
Whatever. Tell him.
I want to know about what you think about the Sinister Sons thing.
Sinister Sons. I'm so curious on who they're going to even be.
Is that going to be like the son of Sinister? Because doesn't he have? I mean,
I don't know.
Sinestro?
I don't know. I don't know.
Has a daughter.
An older daughter, though.
I don't know.
So I'm so curious by all this.
I'm still really enjoying the Green Lantern. Now, is War Journal? I feel like War Journal is a miniseries, but
no. It is an ongoing. That I remember.
Really?
Okay. It was an ongoing.
All right. Well, that's fair.
Okay. Been loving this.
How is Dan Moore doing this?
Again, we raced, dude. You did Power Rangers 100, Power Rangers Ninja Turtles. Finished up. What was that? The King Arthur one.
Once in Future,
and still did worked on World's Finest
and Detective Comics.
Yeah,
he did like 8 issues of Detective Comics, and I don't know, it's crazy. He did so much.
Again, no, I am just so excited. This whole arc, I'm just so And Imp on Bat might still comes to Fawcett City. Oh, Shazam might. Okay, tell him just because he's not with a girl, doesn't mean he's not bisexual, okay? Commentator does not have to put him with a girl just to make it clear he's bisexual.
No, he must be a depraved bisexual who's cheating on everybody.
Okay, at least Tom's not going that far.
No, I'm kidding. That's stupid.
But you get what I'm saying, though, right? It's like he doesn't have to. But the way he's written, he's not coming off as so blatantly, obviously gay. Unlike how Tim has been written under Fitzmartin, where he's so blatantly gay.
I mean, the problem I have with Tim's series is not just how Tim's written, but the way that she writes every other character around him. Like that terrible police detective, like who walks in saying, "I'm your fairy gay father." Like, who talks like that?
Okay, the Blue Beetle book, I'm excited for it because I like that Graduation Day.
You like the miniseries?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Fire and Ice, I'm yep.
I'm hopeful, but I'm a little nervous that it'll be too goofy. Because I want them to have like a serious threat and a serious like resolution that demonstrates their top tier superheroes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, did we talk about it? I feel like we did.
Yeah, we did. We talked a little bit about it already, but Steelworks I'm loving. The fact
I feel like I'm probably going to read that in.
I was in it. The fact that he actually brought back Lana's Superwoman powers.
Yeah, I love Lana's Superwoman powers. Those are great.
Cyborg, meh. Definitely not one of Tom Rainey's best art-wise. Definitely not.
Green Arrow.
Okay, and just tell him, I'm pretty sure Megan is gone. I
don't see her doing anything.
I think that Dark Crisis was the bridge too far for her.
Who liked that series?
Green Arrow, can't wait.
It's enjoyable, although it's one of the weaker books that Williamson's doing right now, unfortunately.
I would, maybe, sort of, kinda.
Well, I
am interested in the fact that we're having Parallax show up saying, hey, I brought you back. You still owe me a favor.
It's interesting. I just feel like there's so much he's trying to do that it doesn't quite land on any of the pieces. Whereas Superman is just hitting on all cylinders, even though he's got a huge supporting cast.
Right. Okay, so we got a Christmas anthology. Natural.
Sure.
Harley Quinn,
anthology.
Black, White, and Redder. Yep. Okay, Gargoyles of Gotham. I'm looking forward to.
All of the out of universe Batman stuff,
and City of Madness.
Unless they put Stephanie Brown in it, I don't care because it's out of continuity and I am trying to keep up with too much.
Arkham Asylum. What?
I like the pun.
But what?
It's like
the artwork looks good.
Yeah, it's Gustavo Duarte, right?
Yep. Okay. Danger Street 11. I'm waiting till the whole book.
That book has been going on for years now.
I'm waiting for the book to end before I read it.
Yeah. Well, I tried reading the first couple issues and I was just like, what is happening?
Fables 162. All right.
I hope that actually comes out because I am really enjoying it, but the delays are killing me.
Now, so what do you think about the fact that Joker the Man Stop Laughing is actually ending at 12?
And Wildcats, too. Like, a ton of things are ending this month.
Now, Batman Inc. is still on hiatus from last I checked.
I think that's ending.
No. From what I recall, I think they said that was on hiatus.
When's the last time a series actually came back from hiatus?
Fair enough, but still, but what do you think about the fact that
so let me say this. When I say I think that Batman Inc. is over, it is not because I want it to be over. That's one of the best books DC is writing right now.
Agreed. But like I said, though, what do you think, though, about Joker's The Man Who Stopped Laughing actually ending? I thought it was going to go on a bit longer. Or do you think Matthew Rosenberg... Sorry.
Honestly, I think this concept... I think the reason Tynion could get it to go is because Tynion was an A-list writer and he was making a Jim Gordon book. This is actually a Joker book, and it's relying mostly on weird sales tactics with the backups. Like, the main story is actually really not interesting.
Well, I did like how he brought back Kate Spencer.
I like all the guest characters, but like the main story is super boring.
True. And we still don't know what's going on with this other Joker.
That's with Carmine Di Giandomenico drawing it, and he's one of the best artists in comics.
I know. And then Wildcats ending, not a surprise. World's Finest Teen Titans, can't wait. Been loving that book.
Here was the trades.
Whoop-de-doo. So yeah, that was the solicitation. So what are you looking for? Does it get you excited or is it meh?
So I need to look at what my pull looks like after Night Terrors. Because Night Terror, I don't have a feel of what I'm buying and reading after Night Terrors. Because there's a bunch of stuff I'm starting. Obviously, I'm still excited about Jay Garrick and Wesley Dodds. Those are automatic buys for me. Superman 78 is an automatic buy for me. Outsiders, I'm on the fence. I want to buy it, but that's going to depend on if I feel like I am buying too many things or not enough.
All right.
Probably because I just actually picked up Superman, and I am going to be buying some Batman.
You buying Superman? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've picked. Well, so here's the thing: I'm dropping Action and picking up Superman.
Oh!
Because I'm dropping Action when the Dan Jurgens and Lee Weeks story is done.
Why? What's wrong?
That's why I'm buying the book.
Oh, you're not buying it for?
No, I have been buying it for the Dan Jurgens story the whole time. That's why I started with 1051 and not 1050.
I'm sorry. Okay. Sorry. I've been really. Come on, Philip K. Johnson's still doing great stuff.
He's doing good stuff, but like what Williamson is doing is much more what I am enjoying.
All right.
And I don't have the bandwidth for two. Okay, so that's lying. I don't have the bandwidth for 3 Superman books because I'm still buying Lost.
Ugh.
And I'm not dropping Lost.
Because it's Priest.
Because it's Priest and he's my man.
He's the main man.
I'd love to see Priest write Lobo. That would be hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
So what do you think about... I haven't seen it solicited, but it is like they've released it in Penguin Random House, the Robin Tim Drake Compendium. So it's basically a paperback omnibus of like the first.
Oh, yeah, I know about that one.
40 issues of Tim's series.
I'm interested in that. I'm not going to get it, but I'm interested.
I'm thinking about getting it because I never got any of his single trades, and this collects a bunch of Steph's early appearances.
I understand it, but for me,
Plus, it's a really good price.
Well, true, but again, for me,
Are you not a Tim Drake fan?
Oh no, I am a Tim Drake fan. Don't you dare think I'm not a Tim Drake.
You are not a Tim Drake fan. You have betrayed us for Damien.
No, I still think Damien's a little shit.
I'm joking. I love Damien and Tim. It's
but for me though, there's nothing. Remember, I buy the collections. When it comes to collection, I buy the things that I really, really want to get, like
Immortal Hulk.
Like Immortal Hulk. I really been wanting to do it because by the time I started getting interested in what was going on, it was already in the 30s. I was not going to go back and buy all the issues.
Yeah.
Not when I knew an omnibus was going to come. Even after the Joe Bennett controversy stuff, you knew this was a big enough hit they were going to do an omnibus.
Well, when you outsell Batman for a month, you're going to get something.
Yeah, that was one of their bigger hits, rightfully so. That and Venom.
Let's see. What other notes do I have? Oh, so in Wonder Woman, Tom King's going to be writing future story Trinity backups.
Oh, I saw that.
I mean, I feel like that was obvious that was going to happen.
Oh, yeah. Do you think, though, she's going to come to the president at any point?
I hope not. That would be too weird.
But he's going to probably, when you do something like this, it's usually going to lead to them showing up.
But he's never done that. He's written a lot of future stuff before, and he's never forced it into the present.
True. Although I bet you if he could, he's going to probably come up, if he had a chance, he's going to probably come up with a story where that Huntress shows up. Oh, by the way, so apparently the Huntress now we have in the main DC, in Justice Society of America, is now basically like Power Girl. She's displaced from her own time or place.
So I heard something about that, but like I said, I'm trade waiting, so I don't really know what's going on.
Helena Wayne, from her timeline is gone, erased. But due to circumstances, she is now stuck in the main DC universe.
I feel like you shouldn't erase timelines. It's rude.
Well, yeah, but that would mean we would have locked in for Batman, the way things were going to play out for her to exist.
The Trinity backups. Oh, I forget. So, of the 4 events, where do you think Beast World is going to fall for you? Like,
okay, so
we both think Lazarus Planet is going to be 4th.
Yep. Okay, wait. Lazarus Planet. Let's go over it again. Lazarus Planet, Gotham War, Night Terrors, and Night Terrors has been the best so far. I don't know about Gotham War. It's the Darsky, but it's also teeny. I'm not a fan of the premise, and even the solicitations aren't making clear exactly what's going to go on or how it's going to end.
Yeah, I think I don't know. It's going to be either 2nd or 3rd because Night Terrors is definitely going to be 1st, and
But I still Tom Taylor. Who say what you want about Taylor? He's still a good writer.
He's a skilled writer. He can do.
And I think he can make this work, especially since this is also again. This is not the traditional crossover event.
How do you mean?
If you notice, what other book has said it's tying into it?
Just the Tom Taylor books.
But even then, Nightwing wasn't tying into it.
Yeah, it's doing that pirate arc.
Yeah. So really, it's just like the other ones. It's a self-contained event, but it's not really tying into anything.
Okay, so here's a question for you. Are they advertising these Beast World Tour mini anthology issues as exciting previews for what's coming? Because that's what Lazarus Planet was, and I'm still pissed about it.
To be fair, so is some elements of Night Terror. It feels like the ones that are written with the main writer of the ongoing book. It's clearly using this.
I don't think that's the same thing. Like Night Terrors, when you have Williamson writing Superman and you have Adams writing Green Lantern, those are deliberately trying to work. They're trying to basically be additional issues of those ongoing series.
Well, I say same with Poison Ivy, which you gotta say,
right? Exactly.
How the hell was that Poison Ivy's nightmare? and it felt like the whole thing felt like
that's not Willow Wilson, is it?
Yes, it was.
Oh, really?
And it felt like by the end of that issue, it was trying to make clear, hey, the new girl she's dating is important to her.
That's weird.
You've read those 2 issues, right?
Nope.
Yeah, it was still G. Willow Wilson.
Interesting.
Yep.
So we're getting, I think it's weird that we're getting Metropolis, Gotham, Central City, Atlantis, and Star City and no Themyscira. Do you think that's because Tom King doesn't want to tie in? Or...
Well, it might. We don't know yet. Let's wait until next month's solicitations.
We have the whole Beast World solicitation.
How many times do those get updated as the event's starting to come out?
That's true.
How many times did that happen? Come on, look at Dark Crisis and look how they eventually added more books.
They did. They added, I think,
they added Flash, and they showed 2 issues of Flash. They added the Batman, the next Batman.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they added a couple other one-shots.
Yeah, the Warzone.
The Warzone and the one with Mark Waid wrote with Barry going through the multiverse, dealing with the Anti-Monitor.
I don't remember. I don't think I read that one.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah, they might add 1 or 2 more, but I don't know. I'm not unhappy, and I don't think that Night Terrors feels like as much of a disruption as I thought it would.
Exactly. It doesn't. It feels. Say what you look. Let's be honest. Night Terror was meant to be like Convergence.
Yes, it like literally is.
It literally is to buy people sometime. In fact, it felt like it was more done to buy Tom King and Cy Spurrier time more than anyone else.
What makes you say that?
Because really, when you think about it, all the other ones, there's so many more books that are still written by the ongoing writers, so it didn't buy them time. The only people who are not involved, who have books coming out in September, are those 2. I don't know if that was intentionally done purely for that, but I think that was part of it. That, plus, let's be honest, it was probably also for Williamson to be able to do his own stuff and get a lead in for Gotham War. What do you think about the fact that Zdarsky's been playing ball with so many people? Not Zdarsky, Williamson. Look how many times he's been setting up stuff that other writers take over. He did that. He built everything up to Batman versus Robin for Mark Waid to do. Now he's building up stuff for Zdarsky to utilize. Have you noticed that? Ian?
Hold on.
Okay, did you hear what I said?
Nope.
Have you noticed how Joshua Williamson has been setting up stuff that other people will utilize? Like, he set up everything for the Lazarus Planet and for Batman versus Robin for Mark Waid to utilize. And now with Night Terrors, he's setting up stuff for Batman. He's writing the stuff as Batman, but it's clearly being done to set up stuff for Zdarsky to use. Have you noticed that? And they did the second time Williamson has set something else out for someone else to utilize.
Well, I mean, Tom King and Josh Williamson say they talk with each other, including.
We're not talking about King, though.
Right, but the whole DC universe is
right.
Like the top writers are talking to each other a lot.
So Zdarsky's probably talking. It feels that way because let's be honest, Tinian was not always the greatest at, unless he probably would talk to the editors and works for the editors. Did you ever know that with Tinian? Like, not always at his stuff match.
I don't know if I read enough of the other writers.
Oh, or Scott Snyder. Scott Snyder's more notorious. Not working with others. How many times would he have this big stuff and everyone would do tie-ins, but they would fit in between his moments?
Yeah, that's true.
Because from what I understand, he doesn't like to actually do these big crossover type of things with others like that. Unless it's a big event, but as far as, like, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm starting to get tired, man, so let's start wrapping up.
Yeah, what do you think your top couple titles for this month is going to be?
The Superman books.
Sure. Including Superman 78?
Yep.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that. Cannot wait for that. Cannot wait for Batman 89.
I think it'll be a fun month.
Now, do you think we're going to have another delay again?
For which? Oh, for Batman 89?
Yeah.
I mean,
did they ever reveal what caused the delay?
I never heard anything.
You think it was probably the artist?
I kind of think so, but
because they've always been a slow artist. Let's be honest.
Did Quinones have problems with Dial H for Hero though?
Yeah, I think there was a delay. Well, of course, to be fair in that regard, remember that was supposed to be 6 issues and it got extended to 12. And even then, he did have some fill-in artists as it got closer to the end of it.
Okay. I don't know. I do think it's probably the artist. Sam Meigs is a working screenwriter, isn't he?
I don't know what he's done. It's Sam Hamm, first of all. You said Sam Maggs.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Sam Hamm. And I think he does, but I don't know what he's done lately. Unless he's done a lot of ghostwriting. But you would have thought he would have gotten all the books in the can. Yeah, he hasn't done much since 2006 as far as big name stuff. And even then, it wasn't a big name movie. It was called Screwfly Solution.
Well, what I think a lot of people don't remember is that screenwriters actually do tons of screenplays that never get made into movies.
But they got paid for anyway. Right?
Yep. They get paid a lot of money, but they get no respect.
No, oh, geez. How many times have you been seeing people still bitching, saying like, oh, who cares? They write shit anyway. It's like, you guys don't get it, do you? You're looking at like a small percentage of of those writers are the bad writers. And you're acting like they're the majority of the writers. Does that bother you seeing that on Twitter?
Oh, yes.
Especially from the usual suspects, right?
Yep.
It's like, really, guys? Really? And then the same people who think like all the actors are billionaires in their mansions. Like, no, they're not. Most of them are barely getting by, you idiots. Not everyone's a Tom Cruise level. Okay, well, I gotta get going. So thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you all in the next one.
Have a good night.